Welcome back, guys. This is Thomas, and on this episode, we're going to be doing some customization to our Batman 1989 Batmobile from Todd McFarlane. Now, this is specifically for the 1989 Batmobile. However, you could also buy the same product and customize the Batmobile from the Flash movie if you have it. If you're like me, I purchased that Batmobile, then a few months later, Todd goes ahead and makes a few tweaks and re-releases it, this time with a figure. So he got me twice. I'm still trying to sell that original Batmobile, but no one wants it for understandable reasons. But nevertheless, I'm still happy we got this, and now we have some really cool upgrades. So now, as a release by itself, this was great value. I think the original and this one came out to about 70, maybe 80 bucks, which for a classic Batmobile and then the addition of the figure, yeah, you get your value, but there's a few things that Todd left off. And I think with this one, you know, he tweaked it, he made it the matte finish, but it still left a little bit to be desired. And that's what we're going to be looking at today, is from Ramen Toys, their CAG set. I don't know what CAG stands for, but we're going to go through the box, take a look at what's inside, and then I'll show you how to make all the modifications. Now, this is the CAG set. I looked up what CAG means, and I don't know what the A means, but CAG stands for Canopy. A, I think, means accessories, and G is for guns, because that's what you get inside here. The box is dented. That's not how it was sent to me. I actually stepped on it by accident, so go me. Now, Ace from Ramen Toys really understands collectors. I've never actually spoken to him myself, but seeing him on other live streams, he's always chiming in on the chats. You know, he is very in tune with what collectors want, and I think making these little upgrades for a product like this gets me wondering what else could he do. So you do get 4 different items in this set. So the first one that we'll be looking at is the canopy. And I'll be honest, I wasn't sure why I got the canopy, because all I remember ordering about the set, I guess I was hyper-focused on those guns. But this comes with tinted windows, which is different from the one that comes on the Batmobile, which is strange because you wouldn't have see-through windows. I guess maybe that was just so you can see through to see Batman in the jump seat. You do get these gas caps, which was not included on the original release, so really cool add-on there. And then these were probably the ones that I was most excited for. Not just because they're guns and you can add them to your Batmobile, but just to see the engineering of how this was done, and they're going to be able to just clip right on. So I think they're really cool. They added some nice detail to them. And, you know, this is really what you need. What else do you need, I think, for the set? But great detail on the guns. I love all the little bolts, the bullets coming out of the side. And we'll check in a little bit. I don't know if any blast effects could fit into that peg, but I'll pull some from my collection just to see if I can get any in there. But really cool idea. Let's get this thing disassembled, assembled, whatever we have to do to get our Batmobile upgraded. So here you can see the original canopy that the Batmobile came with. And I think they did make it clear so you can see Batman all the way through. But I am glad that we do now have tinted windows for this. It's Batman, he has to be hidden, and you're going to see these discs on the side, and you're going to want to be tempted to just kind of try to pry this canopy off, but really make sure that you don't try to do that. So you're going to want to disassemble this thing and do it correctly so you don't break anything, and then you can save the other canopy in the future if you ever want it. So I don't really disassemble vehicles all too much, so I did watch a previous video. I think it was Laserpants' video where he shows himself taking apart the original Batmobile release, the glossy one. So I think it's the same idea here. There's about 11 screws that we have to unscrew on the top. So we're just going to take all these screws out, make sure you put them in a place where you don't lose them. I'm going to put them right back in the white box. And then once you get that piece off, now you have to take out this kind of middle seating area where Batman sits. So there's 3 screws here. You're going to want to take that off, be really careful. And on top of the canopy, you want to take out the spring-loaded mechanism. So there's that piece, and then there's also the steering wheel and the dashboard. Just take that out, and then you're going to want to use your finger to just kind of push that tab to get it open. So I have both hands kind of working here, and you're going to just give a little tension to push those pegs inward so that you can get it out. It comes out nice and easy. Be careful with this because it is a shell, so you don't have the whole piece attached. So you just want to make sure that you're being extra careful. So we're going to take our new piece, and then we're just going to flip it over on the other side and squeeze it in just a little bit again, and then you're going to just put it right in the track where that previous one went. So once those circular discs are in the correct position, just give it a test, move it back and forth, and once you're happy with it, then you can move it back to the resting area and push that tab in and then lock it in. So we're going to flip this over and reassemble it. So there's a few parts. You have the dashboard piece with the steering wheel. Just fit those square pegs into the cutouts. Then you're going to take the spring-loaded mechanism, and then you also do have a little button. That's the one where when you flip it on its normal side, you press it, the canopy opens. So just want to get those all in, make sure everything is in the correct spot. And then after that, you want to make sure that you start screwing this in. So I don't want to screw the bottom on just yet. So I'm just going to get this piece on. And then once this piece is screwed in, I'm just going to do a test, flip it over, and then we'll make sure that the canopy opens. Once that's done, then we can go ahead and then put the bottom on. So you can see that button's in place. I push the button, it should release the tab, no problems there, and we are good to go with our brand new tinted window canopy. So let's go ahead, we'll get the bottom on, and then we'll start adding some of the other accessories. So just make sure everything's lined up, place it down, and then you have about 11 screws, if you're not keeping count, that you have to screw back in. So we do get 2 gas caps, and I had a look at some reference photos, so I found this picture of a real Batmobile. Not sure if this is the real one, the one from Six Flags, but I tried to line this up as best I could, and it just has a little bit of 3M sticky tape on. So, you know, if you ever needed to readjust this, you can always pull it off, add some 3M tape if you wanted to. So I think I got it in the correct position. You know, I was just really eyeballing it. I didn't use like a ruler or level or anything. I probably should have. But if you are a perfectionist, then you'll probably want to make sure that you are marking things down. But they go on, they stick pretty easy. Don't think it'll take off any paint. So really cool accessory, really cool add-on. And one of the things that I really like about these gas caps is that they actually do match the silver or the pewter paint pretty well. And if you're looking at the side of it, you know, you'll be able to see the piping that's at the bottom of the Batmobile, and then also the color matching of the hubcaps. So Ace did a great job making sure that this really looked cohesive, and it matches all the parts, all the chrome, so that looks fantastic there. Now I think these are probably my favorite add-on, these turret or Barrett guns. Not sure, not a gun guy, don't know what you call them. But the way that he did it, I think, was super genius. So this doesn't require any sticky things at all. It just kind of snaps in. Now I did try a few blast effects. The Marvel Legends one didn't work, and then I took out some Action Force blast effects. I think the peg is too long, so I'll keep looking through my collection, seeing what kind of blast effects I have, because I think there is room to fit one in. I just don't have any readily available that I can keep trying. But details on this look fantastic, and you can see the circular hole and then the line, and it really just snaps right in. So this was genius. Kudos, hats off to Ace, because this is probably one of the easier things to do with these modifications. And you know, these just pop off, so you don't have to worry about any sticky tape or anything like that. So really loving this new set, and I think it adds so much more to your Batmobile. And if you've ever had the original one as a kid, if you pulled up the gear shift, that's where the little rockets would shoot from. I used to love that. So for me, this is very reminiscent and nostalgic of that. So there it is, folks, the CAG set upgrade to my Batman 89 Batmobile. Let me know down in the comments if you pick this set up, and also let me know down in the comments if you are looking for a Flash Batmobile, because I have one and no one wants it. So I am glad I got this one because it came with the figure, and now that I have these upgrades on it, my Batmobile is ready to go. So really happy that Ace made these, and I totally forgot about ordering these, but was really excited when they finally showed up in the mail. So the CAG set by Ramen Toys, you know, I'm really starting to think of what other types of additions could we get to products that already exist. So I think this was a really cool one to start off with. This is my first ramen product, so I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for more. But if you did like this little review, tutorial, whatever you want to call it, go ahead, hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And until the next episode, folks, we'll catch you next time.